Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. So John Deaton here retweeted out Stuart Alvarado, essentially Stuart taking another stab at the SEC. Today's Wall Street Journal basically said, I guess he's just, commenting on what the Wall Street Journal said, really. The Supreme Court has repeatedly ruled against the SEC in recent years. The SEC is anything but infallible. It is bloated, broken, and beleaguered. Don't be intimidated when they come knocking. So, in April, the justices said people and businesses subjected to SEC administrative proceedings can seek to enjoin or block those proceedings by suing a federal district court and raising constitutional arguments there. John Deaton saying, you remember when I sued the SEC and some people said you're crazy. Why? The SEC is only good at one thing, intimidating people because they have the unlimited resources of the American taxpayer. And some people also get intimidated because maybe fighting the SEC will mean the SEC calls the IRS on you as well. This country was born fighting against government oppression and intrusion. It is most American to fight back. Happy to hear that people are fighting against the SEC. I mean, we got to work. We got to continue working together to make this a reality. And I think the crypto sector is doing a really good job of that collectively in the US. That has not hampered Ripple's business. Globally, we are still seeing advancements from Ripple, the company, what they've set out to do. And, some of these processes are just automatic because I feel like at a point, Ripple did think, okay, we would be so far ahead at this particular time. So, setting up the escrow to go till 2026, and then we probably won't need it after that. Well, timeline shift. And we're still getting escrow XRP being released into the ecosystem. It is December the 1st today. So we did just see another transaction there. But here's some more news, guys, involving 80 million XRP sent to an undisclosed wallet, courtesy of Michael Branch. So the other thing is we are seeing between institutions, we are seeing XRP on the move. Recently, whales have moved over 100 million XRP to exchanges as supply increases. The analyst Plan B has forecasted a bullish prediction for Bitcoin as supply increases. So XRP has entered the news after massive whale transactions caught the attention of the crypto community. According to a report, two massive transactions occurred on November the 28th. The first transaction attracted market enthusiasts, involved over 80 million XRP sent to an undisclosed wallet. And the second transaction, there was 26.7 million XRP that was sent to the Bitstamp exchange. These transfers of tokens to exchanges point to a possible rise in the available supply. This has consequently decreased demand and impacted Ripple's price, or rather XRP's price. So continuous movement of XRP, I think, is just, business as usual. I guess that's a good thing to see through Ripple Payments, used to be ODL. Wanted to thank Michael for posting that. We've also got more XRP products now available on certain exchanges. This one courtesy of the Wrath of Kahneman. Thanks for pointing this out. XRP perpetuals are now available on the DYDX exchange. So the new XRP perpetual market has now been launched on Ethereum DYDX. In a notable development for crypto traders, the Ethereum-based decentralized exchange, DYDX, has expanded its offerings to include perpetual contracts for XRP, the third largest altcoin by market cap. This move places XRP among 5 new markets, adding to the DYDX chain, enhancing the platform's diversity in trading options. So they have boosted offerings for XRP perpetuals, along with XRP perpetual contracts, and other prominent cryptocurrencies such as Uniswap, Tron, Optimism, and Cardano are now accessible too. These new offerings are paired against the US dollar, providing traders varied investment opportunities. So, as we're seeing more of these products, I'm feeling like more and more of these companies are feeling more confident to list these types of products. Remember, back in 2020 and 2021, when we were in, the midst of the SEC lawsuit, we weren't seeing so many of these XRP related products. And now that we do have a market heating up, okay, we are foreseeing that more money is going to be flowing into this market. I feel like a lot of these exchanges are prepping for that, and they're realizing, okay, now that XRP has clarity, now that XRP is, one of those cryptocurrencies that's got visibility on CoinMarketCap. Currently, it is sitting at number 5. It could overtake, and probably will overtake, BNB coin in this coming bull run. So crypto visibility is another big factor here. Then we probably should get prepared. We probably should kind of pivot and offer these types of products that are XRP related, because we know XRP is going to grow in popularity this coming bull run. So just a new update here, courtesy of the Wrath of Kahneman. I wanted to thank him for posting that. More developments too on the XRPL, this one courtesy of XRP Drops. XRP with smart contracts on the Flare network. So beta testing, guys, for this has begun. The Flare network has begun private beta testing for its F Assets project in a move to allow market participants to use assets such as XRP, BTC, and Dogecoin with smart contracts. The F Assets project is an initiative with the Flare Networks team, and they're seeking to enable the use of smart contracts for cryptos that do not have native support for them on their respective networks. The project will allow users to mint these tokens on Flare and use them with smart contracts. So more testing here, obviously for the F Assets on the Flare network. The beta test for the F Assets project opened on the Costin testnet yesterday. According to an announcement from the Flare team, they revealed that the first trials will accommodate all the important elements of the project and essential user scenarios to enable the use of smart contracts with non-smart contract assets such as XRP or BTC. The Flare team revealed that they would give users an opportunity to mint the tokens as F Assets. These F Assets domiciled on the Flare network can then be leveraged for smart contract functionality such as dApp use and staking. So that is the plan there. We're seeing the Flare team really kind of gear up for more utility on the Flare network. It feels like it's been a dog's age. But, you know, this stuff takes time. Down here, they say beta phase 3 will follow, allowing all parties to test user scenarios in a controlled environment. Following this stage, the beta phase 4 test will then allow the test for scenarios in an open and competitive environment. So we're still not there yet. It's still beta testing. This phase is for evaluating the resilience and dependability of the project. And then they go on to phase 5. When's that going to be? Observation mode. Observations will expose the need for updates. Sure. And they expect to provide a private beta by the end of Q1 2024. So just around the corner, guys. I mean, wow, it's almost 2024 already. And, you know, the first kind of full real year of a real bull run. We did see positive momentum for cryptos in 2023, but, you know, 2023, like I keep saying, is very, very similar to 2019. Some good opportunities to diversify your crypto portfolio and possibly one last opportunity to buy some cryptos at a steal of a deal. I do think the market is going to turn, and for my Patreon subscribers, I'm going to be adding more if we do see that market downturn. And I'm picking coins based on not real world utility. My metrics this time around are going to be different, and I am going to be targeting coins that, yeah, some of them will be meme coins. And I'm looking at a bunch of metrics here. So really, I'm looking for huge pumping potential coins. And those are coins that I'm just going to be selling out for profit. Of course, too, I am going to be talking about my XRP portfolio, my Bitcoin portfolio, targets there, the amount I'm going to be trading in this bull run. So yeah, I'm going to be selling some of my XRP. I am also going to be keeping a portion of my XRP for those long-term valuations. And so if you guys are interested in what my plan is, you can follow me, only $5 a month. I've kept it relatively affordable so that you guys can follow me throughout this bull run. It is good, though, that we're seeing, you know, new development, more liquidity will be added to the cryptocurrency ecosystem, which will mean more value driven to XRP. So when I see a video from Not Financial Advice here on Twitter, I get excited. Is this just a coincidence? On September the 8th, 2009, okay, so let's put things into context here. Bitcoin was barely a thing at this point in time. CNBC reported that Brad Garlinghouse was hired to run AOL. But listen to the segment that directly follows. Listen to this.
And AOL has hired former Yahoo executive Brad Garlinghouse to run the company's email group and beef up its presence in Silicon Valley. Garlinghouse might be best known for calling attention to major problems at Yahoo in a 2006 internal memo. That paper was referred to as the Peanut Butter Manifesto because it claimed the company had spread itself too thin. Since then, Yahoo has changed CEOs twice. Since leaving Yahoo last year, Garlinghouse has been an advisor at private equity firm Silver Lake Partners. And coming up, is it time to ditch the dollar? The United Nations calls for a new global currency. So could this herald the biggest overhaul of the world's monetary system since World War II?
A what? New global currency? Way before Brad Garlinghouse even was the CEO of Ripple. Is it time to ditch the dollar? The United Nations calls for a new global currency, as you guys just heard. So could this herald the biggest overhaul of the world's monetary system since World War II? I mean, what are the chances of this? Okay. In all fairness, we have been talking about a new global currency for a while. But guys, I mean, you know, it is a little coincidental, I gotta say. And I mean, knowing what we know now, I think we can shine some new light on this and, you know, maybe frame it in a different context. So Brad Garlinghouse from this 2009, okay, this is 2009, okay, guys? XRP was not even on anybody's radar at this point in time. Brad Garlinghouse was still working for AOL, and yet we get this segment talking about a new global currency, ditching the US dollar as that world reserve currency. So then it gets me thinking, I mean, you know, there's all these theories. Has this been in the works for a while? And was Brad Garlinghouse destined to be the CEO of Ripple even from back then? Let's not forget the history of Ripple Labs, guys. This coming directly from Wikipedia. And remember, Ryan Fugger conceived of Ripple in 2004. This was before Bitcoin was even a thing. I mean, this goes on to the Satoshis, the four Satoshis, one presumably being David Schwartz, who also worked for the CIA. I mean, this ties into so many different theories. So Ryan Fugger in 2004, after working on a local exchange trading system in Vancouver, he conceived of Ripple. The intent was to create a monetary system that was decentralized and could effectively empower individuals and communities to create their own money. Sound familiar? Fugger later built the first iteration of this system, RipplePay.com, concurrently in May of 2011. Jed McCaleb began developing a digital currency system in which transactions were verified by consensus among members on the network. So that is kind of modern day RippleNet. But guys, RipplePay.com, Ryan Fugger conceived of this in 2004. And even if I just click local exchange trading system here, a local exchange trading system, also local employment and trading system or local energy transfer system, is a locally initiated, democratically organized, not-for-profit community enterprise that provides a community information service and records transactions of members exchanging goods and services by using locally created currency. So guys, the first iterations of cryptocurrency were conceived with Ryan Fugger and Ripple in 2004, even before Bitcoin was on the scene. So, you know, we've been talking about this concept that Ripple was created before Bitcoin, and now I feel like there's so much evidence to support that claim. Even distributed ledger technology and David Schwartz's his patent from the late 1980s, kind of describing how distributed ledger technology would be formed. I mean, it was just kind of a handwritten drawing at that time, but guys, now it has materialized. And so, you know, looking at this video clip here talking about Brad Garlinghouse, and then right after discussing a new digital dollar, was this foreshadowing the future? Well, it doesn't stop there. The XRP community banging it out, full swing. Ripple XRP fam. Here's a video of Brad Garlinghouse when he was over at AOL, and he shows you that AOL was using whiteboards to communicate their ideas. Watch this.
I'm Brad Garlinghouse, and I wanted to give you guys some color on a pretty cool event we did here in Palo Alto last Thursday. We invited a bunch of media in from across really the tech industry, as well as some key partners, to talk about what a different company AOL is today. And instead of doing the standard kind of walking people through a PowerPoint deck, we decided to tell our story on whiteboards. And so I thought I'd show you some of the cool stuff the team did. One of the things we started by doing is talking about how different AOL today is as a company. And one of the best kind of tangible examples of that is how our brand has changed, how the logo of the company has changed. And so some of the designers here in Palo Alto built a mural just with various funny items, what's going on, kind of inside jokes occasionally, and then we obviously put the AOL brand on top of it. But we use this as kind of a metaphor in talking with the press and partners about how different AOL is and how much the brand has changed.
Funny metaphors, you say, Brad. All right, that was only about a minute of the clip. I will link this in the description if you guys want to watch the full 5 minutes here. But, you know, it gets pretty interesting when you look at what is actually on this mural here. The phoenix rising from the ashes. I mean, we've been talking about this connection for a while, decades in the making, says Chad Steingraber here. XRP is the phoenix, and, you know, we've talked about this a lot back in 2018 and 2019. The Phoenix and the Economist article talking about a new global world reserve currency from back in 1988. Further attempts to peg currencies will flounder. Just highlighting some points here from this article from back in 1988. And not long after the next currency agreement is signed, it will go the same way as the last one. It will collapse. So talking about, you know, basically what we're going through today, some 30 years later. As time passes, the damage caused by currency instability is gradually going to mount. The new world economy, okay, that a good cost should show the same everywhere once prices are converted into a single currency. So now you got to think about DLT, leveraging XRP as that one currency that is going to kind of bridge every single currency. And so, We've heard in recent interviews people saying it doesn't really matter what XRP costs in the end because it will be that bridge currency. And so people will not even begin to think about what currencies' values are anymore because the global economy will just be so vast and widespread, so much more than it is today, that, there will be that transactional currency, XRP, and that will just command the price that it does, and it will convert all the other currencies. In all these ways, national economy boundaries are slowly dissolving. Remember, guys, this was from back in 1988. The absence of all currency risk would spur trade, investment, and employment. The Phoenix Zone would impose tight constraints on national governments. As a national monetary policy, the world Phoenix supply would be fixed by a new central bank, descending perhaps from the IMF. With narrow margins, each national inflation rate would be in its charge. It would have to borrow rather than print money to finance its budget deficits. So be in its charge. I mean, if the IMF does hold control over XRP, and I'm not saying they can or will, but, this was another theory floating around in the XRP community at a point. They can go with the flow or they can build barricades. So guys, all things pointing to the Phoenix will rise, and Brad Garlinghouse talking about this years before he even joined Ripple. And then right after that segment, they talk about the US dollar collapsing. Things that make you go, not to mention bearable guy wearing a hat. Well, does that look familiar to you too? Yeah, guys, I couldn't even make this stuff up even if I wanted to. Does this guy look oddly familiar to you? AMMs? Automated market makers? Come on. I don't know though. He is looking very, very similar to a bear that hopefully will make an appearance later this month. So has this been in our face all along, guys? Are we in the know? Are we looking at it in plain sight? A Phoenix, the bear, and a young Brad Garlinghouse destined to be the leader of a company that is going to be transformative for the world of finance? I don't know. That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.